Hi everyone, it's Katrina again. In my last video, I told you about how we built an AI tool that candidates figured out how to game, and today I want to tell you a little bit more about the different mistake. The one that actually cost me more than 6 weeks and almost the entire whole Q4. Actually, on the flip side, it showed me that sometimes the right way to hire is actually the wrong way. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. I wasted 6 weeks hiring an e-commerce account manager because I made one rookie mistake that I thought that I will never do because I knew about it. Here is what actually went wrong and how we fixed it. It was one client that was an actually commerce email marketing agency, and they desperately needed a Klaviyo savvy account manager for Q4, the busiest time of the year in the commerce space. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday campaigns, you name it, everything is on fire, everything matters. So I did what you're always supposed to do when you're hiring for burning roles. I posted it on LinkedIn, Indeed, bunch of European and LATAM job boards. Clear title, good pay, detailed job description, you name it, we mentioned everything. All things that recruiters always tell you to do, all the things I usually do when I'm not focusing more on the sourcing side. Within the first 2 weeks, we got followed with applications, over 300 of them. I thought, oh, great, we had tons of interest. This should be easy. We should get the hires in no time. I should already start interviewing them. Well, I was wrong. Here's what actually happened. Out of those 300 plus applicants, around 80% were just generic account managers. So in outbound, in sales, in marketing space, you name it, no e-commerce specific experience whatsoever. What happened next? We had BDRs, we had SDRs, we had BDMs, all calling themselves account managers because they do manage accounts. Technically, it's true, but not what I needed. I had digital marketers who had never touched Klaviyo, GTM specialist with zero client-facing experience, only setting up the campaigns. It was a huge mess. Going back to my rookie mistake, I relied 100% on job boards at that time because I had other roles to fill, and it was a huge pain for me because I couldn't fulfill them on time. But what I hate to say is that the best candidates are always coming from headhunting, sourcing, probably your competitors, agencies where they have day-to-day experience in the areas you want them to have. People who actually know what they're doing, they're not refreshing LinkedIn or Indeed. They're probably already employed and they're solving some real problems during Q4, getting results somewhere else. And that's what we call passive talent. In most cases, they never see your post. So what I did, I spent weeks tweaking the job ad copy. It didn't help. But then I was chasing the wrong candidates. Total waste of time. I come back to hunting for some specific keyword that would unlock the right talent pool. Spoiler alert, there isn't one. So in most cases, you just had to test. I started doing that on Sales Navigator, seeing if the filters will actually help me. They didn't until I found that one sweet spot, and I was already getting frustrated. I started lowering my standards. I almost settled for someone who wasn't really a fit, but then again, I didn't want to actually send them to the client, and I was just tired. At that point, I figured out, okay, what would be that magic word? And then it hit me. At one point, it hit me. It was not one, but actually a couple of specific words. It wasn't about writing a job ad. It wasn't about the candidates that were unqualified. It was finding that mixed approach, both job ads and active sourcing, plus some keywords that would actually make sense. I found the exact keywords and I started tweaking my search on that. But here is the difference in terms of numbers, because what I saw from it was actually wild. The old way, when you're focusing only on job boards, you get 100 to 300 total applications. Maybe 10 to 20 of them are solid fits if you're lucky. From there, you get to maybe 5 interviews. If you're lucky again, one hire after 35 to 60 days, and tons of course wasted time on irrelevant CVs, checking them out, doing pre-screening, probably interviewing a couple of them that are not really qualified for the role. But then it came new way. 20% we did with job ads, 75% with sourcing, 5% referrals. Guess what we got? 90 CVs that were in total received via email, 25 was qualified. That's 3x higher hit rate. We had 20 recruiter interviews because they were all almost qualified. 7 people from the interviews got shortlisted, and we got to 3 finalists who made it to the final stages. We eventually scored 1 hire in just 20 days total, from our sourcing and everything to actual hire and signing the contract. That's 2 to 3 times faster than our usual processes. We had 0 wasted weeks sorting through fake applicants. We were able to focus on quality. So this is our basic tactics. Competitor intel, most people don't do it, but I suggest you go to your top competitors' company pages, check the people tab, filter by role, and use some keywords. Then reach out directly to people who are already doing the work that you want to get done for yourself. It's not the usual way to do it, but it can bring some great results. Then keyword stacking, don't just search for account manager, add keywords such as Klaviyo, e-commerce, email marketing, retention, lifecycle. The narrower the pool, the better the matches. And you're not looking for volume, you're looking for precision, especially if you want to find the perfect match. And final step that we always take, passive talent activation. We didn't just build our pipeline out of the blue or over the night. We started building rapport a long time ago. Most great candidates aren't actively job hunting. They are still open for the right opportunity. If you want them to reply to your initial message, you should share the right opportunity with them. Not just personalized outreach that beats hoping, but you reach out, make it relevant, make it worth their time to listen, and have a good budget and the offer in place. And going back to the numbers, the ROI, we saved 20 to 40 days of downtime. We protected our Q4 and our clients' campaigns from stalling, and we actually got someone who knew what they're doing from day one. They just needed to learn their basic playbooks, processes, and tools that they're using. So finally, here's my key takeaway. If you're only using job boards, you're fishing in a pond where there is an ocean next door. The best talent is waiting for you to post because they're already working, and your job is to go there and find them and make it worth their time and listen. Because job boards should be only 20% of your strategy, not 100.